Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today will be the new Protector Rimuru Tempest, the Stately Sovereign showcase. So, obviously he leads the Dark and Space team. We knew that from the unit teaser that we got earlier today. And now we have pulled him. And hilariously, I'm going to give you a little spoiler in case you didn't watch the stream, I had to go to 300 pity, and you can see that I can still trade for a unit because I pulled Rimuru on the 300 pity mark as the game spit in my face and said, oh, here you go, consolation prize, congratulations. Well, I'm gonna let this sit here for now, and then I'll determine after this showcase if I want to buy a copy of Diablo or buy a copy of Rimuru. My Diablo's 84. His showcase probably went up yesterday or something when you're watching this video. I don't know. But what does Protector Rimuru do that we don't already know? Well, not much, because they pretty much spoiled his entire kit. So he is, again, a Dark and Space attack leader, and his protection skill, he increases all allies' defense by 50% for 2 turns. And then he also increases allies' dark attack by 15% for 2 turns. And then decreases the skill cost by 20 for all Vanguard allies, which cannot go below each skill's initial cost. Now, this part of the skill right here is the same exact thing that Protector Soka does up here, where she will decreases the skill cost by 20 for Vanguard allies, cannot go below each skill's initial cost. So these two protectors do have slight similarities. We have the cost lowering, she gives guard rate, the new Rimuru gives 50% defense. So today we're going to test out how effective the guard rate is versus the straight up defense, and what we take less damage from. We know that ultimates bypass guard, so if you get hit by an ult, it will do the same amount of damage as if you didn't have guard up. But the defense will definitely affect how much damage you take from an ult. So we will test that out today, and we will also test out this extra 15% dark attack. So with that said, let's begin the testing. Slightly informed by chat that I failed to go over the trait for Rimuru. So when you get a dupe in him, if I decide to put a dupe, when 1 or more enemies are affected by attack up, you will increase all of your allies' defense by 6% at the start of turn. So that will stack with his protection trait, or protection skill. So if you have the 50% up and you activate this trait, you will then have 56% defense. And then if you go up to 92, you'll have 59% defense. But you have to have the enemy go up into attack up status first, which I'm not sure if you go like light attack up or dark attack up, will that count of just attack up, or it has to solely be the simple attack up like Rimuru buff versus Leon buff or Space Milim buff. So we will try and test that out. I can't guarantee that the fights we're going to get into will have that happen, but we will try. For the first test, we're going to go into Crucible 62 using this Dark team. It's pretty much a Dark team I used for the Diablo 2 showcase. I'm just going to call him Diablo 2 from now on. Really wish they had some creativity in putting characters in the same typing again, but I guess not. As we learned from Light Leon and Fire Guy. They like putting the same units together. But Rimuru is going to lead this team. We're going to have Milim here for DPS, Diablos here are for DPS, and then Wind Milim and the hero are here for support, which Wind Milim is here to give everybody else the ult boost, while Diablo can give his own boost, which I guess if we have a double ult, we can use Milim and use all 3 of them. I don't know. We're seeing how it is. And then everyone is going to get, all of our DPSs are going to get that extra 15% dark attack from Rimuru. So let's move out and see how well this team holds up. I feel like we should really be running like the full blue orb changers, which I think we are, because Diablo. Veldora doesn't orb change, does he? I don't think he does. He's got the alt boost and something else. Alright. So, what do we have here? We have some greens and some blues. Alright, let's just try and get Rimuru online as fast as possible. We can bring in the Dark Diablo for the Milim and use his single orb change, and that'll get us the 4 that we need. Okay, here we go. So we'll do pop, 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 pop. That'll get Rimuru on, and then we'll have 50% defense. Does Sufia raise her attack? Hold on. So Grucius is 1 damage. Pierce power, guard rate. Okay, so he does not raise her attack up. Also, our oranges are nerfed, so unfortunate. All right, so let's use Rimuru here. So 50% defense. I mean, they were already doing 1 damage to us, so it's not really a good test of the defensive part of this. But the dark attack will be interesting. We can watch his animation. If you couldn't tell, we are still live from the original summon stream right now. I'm recording these live for the first time. So chat, say hello if you haven't already said hello, since this is a separate video. Okay, so now we have the additional 15% dark attack right here. And then we have the defense by 50%. And I don't really know how much of a difference it's really going to make, but let's do this. We're going to take 1 damage probably from everybody, unless they pierce me. So, oh, crit rate, hold on. 17, 98, 1 damage right there. Okay, awesome, cool beans, excellent, love to see it. Let's send these 2 oranges, see if we can get a whole hand of green here. And make use, okay, that was our last turn of the dark attack actually. 1 damage from that ult. 1 crit damage. 436 pierce. Okay, oh hey, look at that. Wow, it actually worked out. That... Wow. Well, alright then. We can get Rimuru back online. So Rimuru obviously does not raise your skill point cap. So playing around with the double buffing is going to be a little interesting. So right here, if I were to have multiple buffs for... Like, if I wanted to use Windmillum and then the hero, I would have to use the hero first, swap 2 of the units out, and then bring them back in when I have enough points to use another 55-point boost. So that's unfortunate, but right here we can show off a little bit of Diablo. So let's go ahead and bring in... who has the most cards? Well, everyone has even cards, okay. Let's bring in the hero for Dark Milim. And then we're going to use the Dark Attack boost from Rimuru. And then we shall use the crit boost and then Diablo's personal boost right here. And then, you know what, we're actually going to use the old Diablo's 10% dark resistance down skill. And that, you know, that's actually a good amount of buffs to use in 1 turn for 100 points right here. So let's see how much damage we can do now. 52,600. It's pretty good. 52,600 damage from slightly less than 100 points. It could be worse. Oh, okay. Diablo is really happy that he won that fight. All right. Okay, so let's move on to Conquest Hinata. Hopefully she can do more damage than 1 and be a little bit better showcase for the defensive skill. Okay guys, so we are in Hinata EX Conquest, and hopefully she can do a little bit more damage to make the 50% defense boost actually worth it. So let's just try our best to get that online. 2,000 damage, 2,200 damage right there. Alright, we should be able to get, yeah, with these blues. Alright. Yep, so we can do this. We'll get Rimuru online next turn once she puts all of her defense boosts up. Defense, guard rate. Did she actually increase her attack? Hold on. No, she did not. So we're not going to make use of... Oh wait, we don't even have his trait yet, so not really a point right there. Okay, so let's bring in Dark Diablo. Diablo 1 now. Still gonna have to figure that out, how I want to say that. Alright. So let's use defense, and let's see how much damage we take from Hinata right here. Let's send these Milim cards. Okay. So counterattack for 1,000 damage. 1,700, 1,400, 2,100 with a crit. Okay, so we'll let that run out, and then we'll see how much damage we normally take after that defense is gone. So we still have one return. Crit pierce counter, of course. Wow, Diablo, you took a beating right there. I can't leave you up front anymore. Alright, so let's see how much damage these two take now. Okay. So 2,200. So yeah, it is a straight up, 50% damage cut. Just about. So I mean, that's good. 50% less damage is great, but, and we'll test this after this fight, is if we brought Soka, how much less damage would we take? So, you know what? We're going to make use of this. I want to see how much damage we take using the rewind, or using Rimuru before the ult happens. So we've rewinded here, that way we could get Protector Rimuru online during the rewind, and then she's going to ult, who's she going to ult? She's going to ult the hero, because she has the most HP. Okay, and all these greens. So we have no green orb changing on this team except for one green to one blue. So already I probably wouldn't use this Rimuru in here anyways, because I would much rather bring the orc, that way we could have full hands of oranges. Okay, so let's see how much damage the hero takes from his ult. 3,881. 15, 16. Okay, so maybe it wasn't quite half damage then, because we took like 22 without the defense, and we took like 16 there, so... Okay. I don't know if I like this Rimuru, like, really at all. I'm not trying to be mean to him. I just don't like this Rimuru, and I don't like Diablo that much either. I mean, the first section of this video, we did show off that Diablo can do good damage for not a lot of points. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think he's necessary, because you could do the same thing with this Diablo. Like, he has the attack boost, and you can give like a 55-point ult boost or something. I don't... That's a lot of oranges right there. So, what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? I'm gonna swap you in. Nope. Okay, you know what? We'll come back. And we'll see how much damage we take with Soka's guard active instead. I'm not too worried about beating this stage. We know we can do it, not using this team. Alright, so we'll be right back. Back in EX Hinata, but this time we have Soka, and now we're going to compare how much damage we take from the normal attacks without, the 50% defense raise, but we're going to have the guard up now on all of our units. So with the defense, we were looking at like 1,600 damage on Dark Milim. I haven't seen this in a while. Let's watch it. Goddamn, she's cute. Alright. But we just used that. We also, earlier in the fight, we did use Diablo's one orb change, so that did go up to 35 points, which, because we used Soka, we did revert that back down, which is an ability that the new Dark Rimuru also has, that I didn't really go over until now. But I'm not going to send this out. I just want to see how much damage we take from her normal attacks. Is it considerably less? Is it more? Find out now. 1100, 1000, super guard. Okay, so we definitely do take less damage with the guard up. But, like I said in the beginning of the video, the guard will not protect you from ultimate damage, while the defense does. So that is something to keep in mind. If you're in a fight where they launch like a whole bunch of normal attacks and not too many ults, like EX Space Millum, then guard is going to be your better friend. If you're in an event where defense isn't, necessary because they're launching a whole bunch of ults, maybe say EX Ifrit, maybe that's better. And then also something to note is that you get guard for 3 turns with Soka versus Dark Rimuru's 2-turn guard or 2-turn defense. So you have more defensive capability using guard in most fights where they're whittling you away with the guard active, while still having that point reduction. And Soka also increases your orange gauge increase by 20%. And Dark Rimuru, gives you 15% dark attack. So, I mean, there are subtle differences. Let's go ahead and send these two. Okay. So, we've got 2 more turns for her guard. So let's go ahead and bring you in now for Millum. And send this. Alright. Actually, I should have brought the hero in first. Oh well. I mean, we won't have enough to do it anyway, so we will let the defense leave, right? Now we'll bring the hero in, that's fine. Yes, we'll do that. Okay. 5,338 the hero took right there. I know on the last fight, what did she take? I'd have to check. But it was definitely less than that because of the defensive skill. I don't know. I think if you have Soka, I don't really think you need this Rimuru. Let's go into a fight not against Hinata where teams will need extra defense. Say, I'll find something. Hold on. We're gonna try something crazy here for the last part of the video. We're gonna use Rimuru with his defense, and we're gonna use this water team that he certainly does not lead. But we're going to try and take advantage of his defense and his skill resetting, going against Crucible 50 Benimaru, which was for a good amount of time the gatekeeper for a lot of people. So we're gonna try this out, and we're gonna see how well this goes. So I make no promises on this team. This is not a good team. Like the water part is fine, but you would not use Rimuru here. You would go for the guard from like Watermelon or something, or Soka. Soka would probably be better here. But again, the defense will protect you from the ults and the normal attacks. So we'll see how well this works out. And what does our opening hand look like? Well, that's not terrible, but we have to get Rimuru online first. That is the thing. So let's go ahead and just send these 2 blues. Okay, he does have a decent amount of health. Okay, so we've got double green, so we can use Soei's skill right there. Alright, so let's use the orb change. And now we don't have anything else. Well, we could use defense for Soei, 22% for 1 turn until we get Rimuru online. So let's go ahead and use that. And then we'll go ahead and send all of this. Is he weak against magic or physical? I don't even remember. It is physical, so yes, we will send Soei last. Alright, so we can get Rimuru online next turn. And then probably after this ult, we will go ahead and heal. So depending on how hard this hits, which it should hit decently hard, even with the defense up, 4,000, 5,000. Okay. So the oranges are nerfed. Okay, so who has the most health? So Rimuru here. We're going to swap Rimuru out for Romulus. And then we're going to use her heal. Her big heal. And now everyone's back up to max HP. And now we have used... we've used Soe's defense and we've used the heal. But now we're going to use Rimuru. And we're going to reset those costs. And give ourselves the 50% defense boost. So now the heal is back to 55. The defense is back to 15 points. So we reset those costs, which is good. But so now let's try and tank a little bit. Let's get rid of these nerfed oranges for now. And we'll see how much damage we take from this ult coming up. Now that we have 50% extra defense. So we took about like 5,000, 4,000 around there. And we're taking... what was it, like 26, 46? So we did take less damage, obviously. Like, look how much less health bar we're missing on Soe. Romulus doesn't have type advantage, so she was going to get hit hard regardless. But, I mean, it's not terrible. We can bring in Alice now for Romulus, and we could do another orb change here, even though those blues are boosted. And then we're going to go ahead and send this. And then we'll have an ult for Velzard. We're still working on a Soe ult, but we can get Rimuru online again for when we need more defense. Okay. So we're down to, a little over half HP now. He has one more turn of his attack boost. And what would I like to do here? What can we do? We could change the oranges again, right here. And then we can use Rimuru to again give us the defensive boost and reset the orb changing skill cost for both Alice and Soe. So I mean, that's pretty good. We're not benefiting from the dark attack boost by the 15% because we're obviously not running a dark team, but we are surviving. We are definitely surviving right here. And able to make use of multiple orb changes that would have gotten out of control cost-wise. So, okay, so 1,000, 2,000, another 1,000-ish over there. Okay, that's decently okay. Let's see if we can get Soe's ult online. No, we cannot. We need one more turn for that. Okay, but looks like we're gonna kill anyways. Okay, so 1,900 right there. No more boosts. And we'll be maximum points, so we can use Alice's Pierce next turn. On these two ults, we can use the Velzard boost as well. And then we'll be hunky-dory out of here. And yeah, you can say goodbye. 16,400. Velzard with her Pierce power and attack increase will kill, so 19,900. Level 80 Velzard, still pretty good. Okay, so defense raising for 2 turns can be useful. Obviously, this is not a very potent team that I would run, or with a leader skill. I wouldn't run him. I would bring Watermelon or I would bring Soka. But we got to use the cost lowering and the defensive buff against an enemy who does a lot of damage if you don't have good defense. Because the guard, again, would not help you versus all of his ults that he launched. But it did help us survive at least a little bit longer, and we were able to use Romulus' heal, and then reset that, even though we didn't have to use it again afterwards. So I think that'll do it for my initial showcase. We did test the difference between Soka and Rimuru as far as damage potential. Unfortunately, we just don't have a lot of events for the Dark team right now that I can use either the new Diablo or Rimuru in. But initial thoughts are he's okay at best. I don't think this is a unit that you should summon for. I believe that both him and Diablo are easily skippable. I'm pretty sure they're trap banners. God knows what else is coming later down the line this month. But I don't think you should summon for these units. If your Dark team is already good, I would keep it that way. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what you think of this new Rimuru if you pulled him. Is he a lot more useful than I'm giving him credit for, or is he straight garbage? Let me know, but for now, take it easy guys, and I'll see you later.